Recently I acquired a Polish P64 from Century Arms. I didn't have much civilian time with the Makarov, and so looked forward to it. Quick introduction to my new angry little friend, a Polish P64 Makarov from Century Arms. Opened the box and got what you see here. Century sent nothing else with it. No slide lock. Only locks back on an empty magazine. Old European style heel mag release. 6-round magazine. Came with one mag. Plastic grips. This thing is itty bitty. 9x18mm Makarov. But I tell you what, it's a lot of fun. Single action is nice and crisp. Double action takes 2 men and a boy to pull. It is ridiculous. Handed it to quite a few avid shooters who weren't able to make that happen. But the single action is a beaut. Nice and light. Sights are also itty bitty. Not exactly something you want to have to aim quickly, but man is it precise. Proof marks from everyone and their cousin along the side of it. Disassembly is like any other Makarov. Pull back and down on the trigger guard and rest it off to the side like that. Then back on the slide and up off the tracks, comes forward. And that's it, folks. Super simple. This particular gun was made in 1976 and still shoots great. Is in pretty good condition. Now some of you may be wondering, what exactly is 9x18mm? Here's a comparison of its two cousins you may be more familiar with. 9x19mm, the world's most popular handgun cartridge, and the 9x17mm, more commonly known as .380. 9x18 is a bit younger than the two from the West, but it was designed to replace the 7.62x25mm, and so needed to be stouter in recoil to operate blowback firearms like the P64. Reassembly is fairly straightforward. Make sure the spring gets in there. Barrel through its hole, come back and down. Tuck trigger back in there. Functions check. Safety gives you dead trigger. No safe. Double action works. And single action works just fine. Now I've been told that Wolf makes some lighter springs that help make that double action a little bit nicer. I think this makes for a great pocket gun or a trunk gun. And I'll just leave the safety off and the hammer down. That double action, nothing's going to accidentally go. And if you need to take a shot, just work the hammer first. Now one problem I do have with my hand size on this thing is that pinky rest ends up being a half pinky rest. And so I know with my hand down here and then finger getting bit, and you also have to be really careful to give enough room for the slide when it comes back. I ended up with not quite slide bite, but most definitely racing stripes on the web of my hand.
By about the third shot, you're ready to be done shooting it. That said, quite accurate and snappy. You know that you're shooting something strong.
Is the itty bitty P64 Makarov Century Arms. 9x18. Give it 5 shots at 7 yards. first 3, and then I began to pull, because this is a snappy round and a firearm that doesn't fit in my hand. It was starting to hurt. But I think it's plenty accurate for being 40 years old.